What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Luke here. Today we're going to be talking about BEDMAS. BEDMAS is basically the correct way to solve a mathematical question. But why is it called BEDMAS? Well, first of all, we have B, which stands for brackets. You might have seen these in a math question with a negative number or maybe an equation inside of it. Whatever's in the brackets, you have to do first. It doesn't matter if it's division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, or exponents. You have to do the brackets first in any question. Next up, we have E for exponents. Exponents are basically the tiny numbers at the top right corner of a bigger number. As you can see in this picture here, the base number is the 7 and the exponent is the 3. When you see an exponent over a base number, that basically just means to multiply the base number by itself the amount of times that the exponent shows. So in this case, as shown in the picture, it would be 7 times 7 times 7. There are 3 7s because the exponent is 3 and the base number is 7. Next up, we have D for division and M for multiplication. Why I'm doing these two together is because division and multiplication have the same importance in any math equation. So, for example, you could have 9 times 4 divided by 8. You may be wondering, what will you do in this case if there's division and multiplication? Well, what you have to do is solve division and multiplication from left to right. So even though division is before multiplication in the word BEDMAS itself, in the question, whichever comes first, multiplication or division, you have to do that one first and then go from left to right. So in this case, we'd have to do 9 times 4 first. Now 9 times 4 we know is 36, and then we still have the 8. So divided by 8 equals 4.5 or 4.5, whatever you want to call it. So basically you do division and multiplication, whichever one comes first, from left to right in the question. And last but not least, we have addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction come after division and multiplication, and they have the same importance as each other as well. So let's say we had a question like 7 plus 6 minus 6. So in this case, we do addition first because it comes first in the question. So in this case, we do 7 plus 6 first because addition comes first in the question. So we do 7 plus 6 equals 13, and then we still have the last 6, so we do minus 6, and that equals 7. So you do addition and subtraction from left to right. Now that we've gone over the rules to solve questions with BEDMAS, why don't we go over a question? So here I have a random question set up. 15 times 3 divided by 5 minus 7. What we would do first in this case is 15 times 3. And 15 times 3 is 45. And we do 15 times 3 first because between multiplication and division, multiplication is the first one in the question. So we have 45, and then we have divided by 5 minus 7. The next step we would do is division because it's more important than subtraction. And between multiplication and division, division is the only one left. So we would do 45 divided by 5, which equals 9. And we still have the 7, so let's take care of that. 9 minus 7 would equal 2. So we've solved this question correctly using all the steps of BEDMAS. We did division and multiplication first. There's no brackets, there's no exponents, so we go to the next step of the question, division and multiplication. We see that there is division and multiplication, but which one comes first? We see that multiplication comes first, so we did that first. And then, once we were done with multiplication, we saw that division was the only one left of the two. So we did that, and then we see that there is subtraction. So we did that, and that was the last step of the question, so we've solved it. So I shifted the question a little bit so that you can see that it's kind of in an upside down triangle or pyramid shape. That shows that the question gets easier and smaller as you go on until you get to your final answer. So that's why it's best to do it step by step so that you're guaranteed to come out with the final answer. What did we learn today? We learned that brackets come first in the equation. We learned that exponents are the little numbers that we see at the top right corner of a base number, or otherwise known as a normal number. And it means that you have to multiply the base number by itself the number of times that the exponent shows. We learned that exponents come second in the question. We learned that division and multiplication come after the exponents. We learned that division and multiplication have the same importance as each other, so we do whichever one comes first and then continue from left to right. We learned that addition and subtraction come last in the question. We learned that addition and subtraction have the same importance as each other, so we do whichever one comes first and then continue from left to right. And finally, we learned that if you're at a step and you don't see it in the equation, we skip that step and go to the next one. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I hope this video really helped. I'll see you in the next video.